We've got no time to mess around tonight. We've got to get on with the show quickly. There's so many things packed into it, right, Jeff?
Yeah, we got a lot of great stuff.
A lot of great stuff. We got Kurt Russell is here.
Yeah,
Aimee Garcia is here.
Yeah, sure.
That's the only two good things. That's the only two good things. But there's a lot of other stuff.
A lot of jokes, a lot of hilarity.
When does that happen?
That's a different show. Sorry,
that's a different show.
Sorry, man.
That's a different show, but a lot of excitement and footage from this year's Winter Olympics.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
No, wait, that's NBC. That's not going to be on it. No. But there's a lot of pictures of adorable cats. There, I think.
No, that's not this show. Maybe, about, could be.
There could be, and I don't know. I think tonight's the night when we're showing the lesbian pornography.
No, that's at home. That's at home.
Sorry. When Jeff and I go home, we're going to look at some lesbian pornography. Is that right?
Well, you might. I won't, because I'm into dudes.
Because you're what?
Dudes. I like dudes.
Well, hold on. There'll be dudes there.
Oh, really? Standing by, or how will they?
Yeah.
That's always the
Let's
worst.
not talk about
this.
All right,
that's fine.
So, Jeff, what else is happening to you right now?
I'm hanging out here, waiting to see your socks. Hopefully we get to see your socks later on.
Yes, you'll get to see my socks tonight. They're actually, they're not socks, they're tights.
Tights.
Yeah. I'm wearing them because it's cold, in sympathy for the people in Atlanta and the Carolinas who are experiencing a very cold snap. I'm wearing tights. I actually think that people shouldn't be allowed to wear tights.
Why is that?
Because I think that, if you get, especially men, if you get, like, a man's feet and then, his junk and all that business that's around here, and then you tie an elastic thing over the top and you let that cook, you got yourself some greenhouse effect right there.
Yeah.
I think if I was wearing tights for, like, 2-3 days, I'd probably melt through the Earth's core.
Yeah, that's where the term warm front comes from, I think.
So as you can see, the show will be classy as ever tonight. We'll be right back.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by new fast-acting Advil. Nothing works faster. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thank you. All right. Thanks. That's enough. Quiet, everyone. Thanks. That's great. Great. That's great. Yep. I believe it. It was so believable. Wasn't that believable?
Very believable, yeah.
Some nights you walk out here and that raucous applause and that standing ovation, sometimes it just smacks of insincerity. But not tonight.
Not tonight, no.
No, it's almost as if this was really a party. I heard the warm-up comedian say, "Come on, everybody, it's a party. We're a party. This is a party.
Come on, give me that 10. Give me that 10.
Yeah, give me a big noise. It's a party." If this is a party, where's my little sausage on a stick? Oh, there you are. Hi, Jeff.
Hey.
You see what I did?
Yeah, no, I get it.
called you a pet name,
Yeah,
Sausage
I like
on a
that.
Stick.
Sausage
I
on a
think I'll
Stick.
call you that.
All right.
That should be your spin-off sitcom.
Oh, I like
Yeah, Jeff Peterson, Sausage on a Stick.
it. Tonight at 8 on CBS.
Sausage on a Stick is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
I like this, man.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, CBS will pick this up in a heartbeat.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a great day for America, everybody. It is. Cold, though. It's cold. It's a cold day. It's a cold day for the people in the South. If you know anything about me, you know I'm big in the South. I'm big in the South, aren't I, Jeff?
Very big.
People love me down South. I do. I like the South.
Yeah, like a sausage on a stick. Yeah.
No, I do. But in the South, it's the biggest ice storm in more than a decade. A lot of these people tonight are without power, so they cannot watch this show. That's what's known as the silver lining. It's cold, though, in the South. Try and keep warm. How cold is it in the South, Jeff?
It's so cold that people are booking trips to the Winter Olympics for the warmth. For the warmth.
Yeah, use that one on your sitcom.
All right. Yeah.
It's so cold. It's so cold in the South. The Duck Dynasty guys are making blankets out of their beards.
Yeah, that's good. It's so cold, Dolly Parton rented out her chest as a ski resort.
Okay. All right. I think you might have missed the boat for that.
Yeah.
You know.
How cold?
No, never mind. Well, oh yeah, how cold. All right, it's so cold in the South. Honey Boo Boo's thinking of wearing shoes. There, how cold?
Yeah, that's good. Girls in New Orleans will flash their boobies if you throw them a heater. You throw them a heater.
If you throw a heater at something, that's dangerous.
It could hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Listen, if you're watching at home, children. First of all, report your parents, because you shouldn't be watching this show. And secondly, don't throw heaters, even if girls say they'll show you their... CBS cares. You know that meteorologists are calling this winter storm PAX. P-A-X, PAX. That's what they're calling it.
PAX.
Yeah. I don't know why you start naming winter storms. If you're going to call it PAX, give it something that makes it sound crazy and unpredictable, like a force of nature, like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't speak French, Shia LaBeouf means Shia the beef. Thanks, one person. It was either one person or a naked person arriving late and sitting down. So it was like... Anyway, the storm is a southern thing. It's a southern thing. Should we call it some southern frospitality?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You got one?
No, that's you. You've done it.
All right, maybe we should look at the storm using the CBS computer. Do that thing with the graphic. Yeah, graphic. Storm! Uh-oh! Yeah. There you are. That's your... take that, Roker, you skinny bastard. Yeah. Do you know the first time I was a guest on Letterman, I was second guest to Al Roker was first guest, and it was when he was still fat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and when I went out and I sat on the seat, it was still warm. now if I was second guest after Al Roker and you sat in the seat, it wouldn't be warm at all. It'd be cold. There'd just be a couple of little just bone indentations in the seat.
Yeah, somebody throw that guy a heater, right?
Anyway, this winter storm in the South is so huge, you can see it from space. The only other things you can see from space are, Jeff?
The Great Wall of China.
Great Wall of China, Oprah's money. You can see Oprah's money from space.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jeff?
Willie Nelson's pot smoke.
Willie Nelson's pot smoke. Nicole Kidman's forehead. Anything else? Wait, excuse me a second. What?
Yeah. What the hell, man?
What? What are you hollering at? Look, let's just look. Craig, is Nicole Kidman's forehead unusually large? Yes. Then why are you mentioning it? Because. That's it. Because. Yeah. Anyway, it's tough in Atlanta right now, not only because of the storm, because this weekend they're getting something even worse. Me and him, I'm going to do stand-up this week. We're going to Atlanta this weekend, yeah, on Sunday night. As if those people haven't suffered enough. I'm not taking any chances, though, in case I get snowed in down there. I'm taking up the essentials, the duffel bag full of Spam, some shotgun shells, Downton Abbey DVDs, Little Black Dress. Anything else?
Sausage on a stick.
Sausage on a stick. I've spent a bit of time in Atlanta. It's a great city. The first thing you notice that everything's called Peachtree. Like if you go down the Peachtree Road, make a right on Peachtree Avenue, turn on Peachtree Trail, over down Peachtree, it says next to a peach tree, it's right there. You can't miss it. I shouldn't try to do the southern accent. I'm sorry, I'm in the south. Everyone in the world thinks they can do a southern accent, and they can't. That's why I feel kinship with people in the south. Everybody thinks they can do a Scottish accent, but they can't. Sometimes I even have trouble with it. People in Scotland are like, what is he saying? I do not understand him. Oh, wee 40-poo donkey, Shrek. Oh, aye, ha, ha. Oh, Shrek, donkey. Ooh, cheeky monkeys. Eh, aye. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
You know, oddly, I understood everything you just said.
Yeah, I didn't know what I said.
Yeah, I
yet.
understand.
Do you know who lives in Peachtree Road in Atlanta? Elton John. Yeah. He named one of his albums after it. The driveway to Elton John's house is frozen over right now, so he prefers his guests to enter through the back door until...
No. Come on.
What? What?
Come on. What the hell, man?
Wait.
Wait a minute.
What are you applauding? What were they applauding?
Very disturbed people.
I'm not doing any more of this.
That's it.
That's it. I'm done with this show. That's it. I'm out of here.
Well, all right. What do you want to do, man?
I want to do a new sitcom, Sausage on a Stick.
That sounds great. We'll get right to work on it.
Is there work?
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
No. There's got to be something else.
No, you can throw heaters at me if you want to. That's something you can do.
I know Jeff and I are just joking. Don't throw heaters around. I know what it looks like. It looks like I'm saying with my eyes, do throw heaters around. But I'm not. Don't throw heaters around. That would be, do not throw heaters around. I'm telling you, don't do that. Commercial break, Jeff?
Yeah, sure, yeah. You're watching the Late Late Peachtree Show with Craig Peachtree. We'll be right back after this. Peachtree.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. I have to say, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you, Jeff.
Oh, what is it?
Well, see if you can guess what this is. Are you ready? It's a sausage on a stick. It's a sausage on a stick.
Wow, sausage on a stick,
Sausage
yeah.
on a stick. I got it as a special surprise. Were you surprised to see this?
Oh, very, yes.
Although I was going to eat it, but I don't think it's cooked. Is this cooked? No, so I best not eat it. Listen, at home, everybody. Don't eat uncooked meat. Or throw heaters at anybody. Use the heaters to cook the meat.
And then throw it.
No! Or throw the meat?
Sure.
I don't know what to do with this. All right. It just went away. I don't know what happened. It was a special effect.
Top shelf, man.
Top shelf comedy tonight,
Really
isn't
good.
it?
Yeah, really good.
You know, how many of these shows have we done? Michael, how many of these shows have we done of these things? How many, like 100? 1,872. 1,872.
Oh.
Now, so just by the law of averages, some of it's got to be crap,
Yeah.
and some of it's got to be crap tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
And we've already had the crap, so from now on, it's going to be great.
Gonna be gone. Yeah.
What time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
It's tweet mail time. Time to take advice from a man who won the gold medal in the solo heater toss. I was going to say meat toss, but
Nah, it's not the way to do it. All right, let's do our own jingle.
Sure, yeah.
Tweet mail time, tweet mail time, oh yeah. Tweet mail time, wait, tweet mail time, oh yeah, tweet mail time, oh yeah, tweet mail time, oh yeah. See, I told you it was gonna get better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you're just joining us, it's not going to get better. This is from Jasmine in New York City. You ever been?
New York City, the Big Apple.
Yeah. You ever been there?
Yeah, we were there together.
Oh, that's right. What is it we did again?
We were at that unnamed hotel.
Oh, the hotel that mustn't be named.
Yeah, we can't name it, but we were there.
This is from Jasmine, anyway, who says, Craig, do you ever hang out with other famous people when you're not on TV? That's a joke, because the implication there is that I am somehow famous.
Right,
But she said
yeah.
other famous people. This is from Maggie in Columbus, Ohio, who says, Craig, I was at your show on Tuesday and you told us we were the best audience we'd ever been to the show. How is the audience tonight? That's right. Well, I don't know how I feel about them, but they love themselves. So. This is from Lana in Westbury, New York. I don't know. I can't tell from this, Jeff. Is that a parakeet, parakeet or a cockatoo?
That's a cockatoo.
Right. I only ask because I can't really tell the difference, and you've been around a cockatoo, so I know
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So that is.
Yes.
That
that's
is
true.
a cockatoo. All right.
That's true.
Lana says, Dear Craig, have you ever seen a ghost? For reals? Yeah, totes my goat.
Are you serious? When?
In Scotland.
Well, you didn't tell me. I was there.
Yeah, I was there. I was sleeping and I heard a ghostly voice call my name.
Was it in Scottish, the voice?
It said, Oh, Craig, farty donkey Shrek, oi! Ha ha! Oi! Hey! Oh, turn again! Oh, Christmas, Bob Cratchit.
That's terrifying.
What voice are you doing there?
I don't know. I'm just
All
having
right.
fun. Yeah.
All right. I forgot to read the email. Never mind.
Yeah.
And forgot to read that one too. We'll be right back after this. All right, that's enough. During the commercial break, Michael told me we were already 4 minutes over, so I thought, well, I better be quick. My first guest tonight is a great actor and friend. He's in the Art of the Steal, which is on video on demand now and in theaters March the 14th. Take a look at this. Kurt Russell, everybody, Kurt Russell. What's up, big time? You look good.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, you look good. You look nice. You look like you're kind of like California casual
Well, I
kind
was
of
playing
doing.
golf. I've been playing up in the AT&T in Pebble Beach. That was a lot of fun.
You play golf? I didn't know you play golf. I just
Not
started.
very well, but by we a lot of rain, a lot of wind. It was kind of.
Did you get sick?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What
As
do
a
you,
matter of fact, I didn't.
what have you got?
Great scene.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, you just slap some of that one.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I needed. Yeah.
Yeah, there you are. Just
Hey, man, how you doing?
Did you get the flu?
I think so.
Yeah? you haven't been to a doctor? You got to go to a doctor, man.
I'm just in the catching it stages. I'm, you know.
Oh, you're in the
I'm
you're
very
just catching it,
contagious
giving
right
it away.
now, yeah.
No, I've already been. I got a flu
I know,
shot. Did you get a flu shot?
No, but I should, I think.
Yeah, you got to get a flu shot, I think. What do you don't believe in modern medicine? You believe in...
I'm just afraid of needles, like everybody
You're
else.
afraid of needles?
Well, enough so that I...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But I'm gonna pull through.
Dude, you're Snake Plissken. You can't be afraid of needles. That's crazy.
Snake Plissken didn't like needles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like needles.
But you said it quietly, like,
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
needles.
He made you think he
Yeah.
wasn't afraid of anything while he told you he was afraid of needles.
Yeah, that's right. Just afraid of one thing. Hey, you still flying? You flying around a little bit?
You know what? I sold my plane. I had the TBM.
Yeah, it was a great plane. I was up in it with you.
That's the one that I took you flying.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you for what you've been doing.
What, for learning to fly? I'm
Yeah.
really proud of you for taking away all my money and pouring it into airplanes.
I thought I'd be really
I thought I was doing okay for money,
What
and
are you-
then I met you. I was like, I have no money left.
What are you flying now?
I'm not flying anything right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
What
flying-
would you? What if you were flying? What would you be flying?
You know what I want to do? I want to go back. I want to go retro.
That's what I wanna do.
I want to go stick and
Yeah,
pedals.
yeah.
I want to do
and rudder.
maybe stick and rudder, not stick and pedals. Well, pedals.
and pedals is
Stick and
good,
pedals. Yeah. I fly like this. That's why I have to.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's exactly what I want to do. By the way, because I got tired of I flew one time, took my son and a friend and his son to a hockey tournament. We came back and shot an approach into Santa Monica, and it was fairly low, so I came in and landed the airplane, and as we were leaving, a guy he knew stopped by and he said, "Hey," he said, "you just flew in here with Kurt." He said, "Yeah." He said, "How's he fly?" He said, "Like this."
Oh yeah, because it was all instrument
Yeah,
flying.
because that's what I'm like you. I'm kind of tired. I wanted to go back to this.
Back to those, maybe a Stearman, Boeing Stearman.
I'm actually thinking of this thing called a Carbon Cub. Takes off the ground in 3 times its body length.
Wow.
Lands in 100 feet and things like that. So
That sounds like a bicycle with an engine on it to
Kinda like
me.
that, yeah. I'm going back to the basics.
No, I want a big rotary engine.
But I know you. But I know you moved up the ladder.
Well, yeah, I've been flying around a little bit in my Cessna. Yeah, a little Cessna. It's all right. Yeah. You sold your plane? No, I can't believe you sold your plane.
I sold it because I really did. The kind of flying that I was doing, I was kind of finished with, and I wanted to get a different kind of an airplane, but I didn't know what. So I said, you know what, I'm going to.
Now, wasn't your grandfather was one of the pioneers of early?
I think I have his license somewhere. This is a great one, signed by Orville Wright, signed by Orville Wright. I think it's number 192.
The 192nd pilot's license in the U.S.
Yeah, and one of the reasons it's so late is because he hid for 2 years. He was in the day when they were doing stunt flying, a lot of stunt. He was a stunt pilot. He was a national stunt champion for 3 years, and they didn't want to have a license. You know, they didn't want to be held accountable for most of the stuff they were doing.
I think there's still guys like that flying out of Santa Paula. You know Santa Paula?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get there's a little practice
that's a great
airport,
area.
and you get near there, and you just you don't hear anybody on radios, which you're meant to, or anything. You just see guys going, yeah.
Did you
Old
have
guys with their teeth flying out? Yeah.
Did you ever get in any situations where you kind of went, I don't know about this?
Yes, I tell you, the first time, because you kind of mentored me into flying an airplane, right? The first time I did my solo cross-country flight, I had to fly over to San Gabriel's, Van Nuys, over to Bakersfield, the first flight.
Porterville?
Right, Porterville. I went up to Porterville.
I told him to send you to Porterville.
But I was coming back, and I went over the San, and I hit moderate turbulence.
Right.
Which is, there's nothing moderate about it. I don't know why it's called moderate turbulence. It's not moderate turbulence.
It's not moderate.
It's like, ah!
Yeah.
And I'm in the airplane on my own. I was flying the airplane on my own. And before I started flying, I talked to you. And I said, I want to know what's behind my fear of flying. And I remember you said, behind the fear, Craig, is you. And I thought, oh, that sounds like a movie. And then I'm in the plane, I'm in moderate turbulence, I'm crapping my pants. And then in my head comes you going, behind the fear is you. But it's not just a dude, it's Kurt Russell's voice. So it really is like a movie. Behind the fear is you. I'm like, get out of my head, Kurt Russell! I've got to laugh. I was terrified, absolutely terrified.
But you landed the plane.
After about 5 times, I got to Van Nuys Airport, and I was bouncing up and down the runway, and the controller said to me, how many landings do you want on the runway?
That's funny.
Yeah, it was great.
But you've done great. You've done really great. I really am proud of you. There's been quite a few people that I've had the opportunity to mentor, but we had a conversation. This is how many years ago? 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And we were doing this, you know, like we're doing now. And we started talking about this, and I realized that he was talking about white knuckling it. And I said, you know, you're the kind of candidate that generally makes a very good pilot, because when people who are afraid of flying start to fly and get over the fear of it, they never lose the respect for flying.
No, I
gotta have that.
I don't know if I respect flying or I just respect gravity. I very much respect gravity and airspeed. I respect airspeed a great deal more than I used to.
It's nice to have it.
How was it your grandfather got you into it? Is that what happened?
No, I've been asked that question many times, never could really answer it.
Wasn't it you were racing speedboats at one point?
Yeah, I was, but it had not. You know, I mean, I did that, but it didn't have anything to do with the idea of.
Well,
flying.
they can get airborne if you race them fast enough.
Yeah,
can't
unfortunately, yeah. They don't fly well.
Oh, you know, we should talk about the movie. The movie looks good.
It is good. It's
Yeah. We have to take a break.
We don't
We'll
need
be
to
right
talk
back
about
with Kurt Russell. We'll be right back. I mean, I tell you. We're back. So we're just talking about your movie, Kurt.
So
What happens? Is that Dylan? You're fighting with Dylan in that movie? Why?
yeah, actually, that kind of looks like a serious scene. It's a semi-serious scene. It's actually it's a funny movie. Jonathan Sobel, the guy who wrote it, is a very clever guy. It's kind of a con man / heist movie, and there's a couple of things going on at the same time. It's one of those movies that gets you thinking about one thing when actually another one's taking place.
Is there a car chase in it?
You know, I don't remember. It's been a while since we shot it.
They probably put
There's
one in.
car stuff in it.
Well, let me put it in a way that maybe it will help you. At any point during the film of the movie, were you doing this?
Just that. Just that. But he's a clever writer. The guys in the movie, all of them. I mean, Jay Baruchel. I had a lot of scenes with Jay.
Jay, I worked with Jay in a movie.
He's really
He's
fun.
lovely. He's French Canadian.
He's a funny guy.
Very funny. Yeah.
And Matt was great. Matt was perfect. What the part called for. I thought he just did perfectly. Catherine Winnick, Kenny is in it. Chris D. I can never pronounce his last name. Really clever and talented.
Wait, his name's D, and you can't pronounce D?
The Mopalopalopalop.
Oh,
I
it's
begged him to change his. I said, Chris, just shorten it to it's Dilamopoulos or something.
Yeah.
I said, change it to Chrissy D or something. You know, I can't.
You can't do that. You can't change people's heritages
and he's
because
like
it's
40 years
inconvenient.
old, so it's impossible.
Come on, man.
He's
Come
a
on.
very talented guy.
Yeah.
There's some good people in this movie, and I thought it was a great opportunity to just have a good time. And this Jonathan Sobel, I kind of predict that he will do some interesting movies.
Yeah? What about you? You watching the Olympics?
Yeah, since I've been laying in bed for 2 days trying to get well enough to come down here, and I've been listening to it in the background.
You know,
I
love?
much.
Every chance they get, they keep asking the Russian guys, hey, do you guys remember the Miracle on Ice? And the Russians are like, I don't know what you're talking about. This never happened. This never happened.
I heard they're going to do a documentary on that.
Oh, really? No.
Which is actually, I think, probably a more interesting story than the American.
Well, the movie was pretty good, though.
Well, those guys, but that team, that Russian team had won 72 games in a row.
Wow.
And it literally was a trip to Siberia if you lost, and they all did, I guess.
Jeez. Well,
So, rough go. Yeah.
that's sport.
It's sport, yeah.
We got to go. Say goodnight. Kurt Russell, everybody. Kurt Russell. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. My next guest is a very beautiful and talented actress. She's in a new film called RoboCop. Do it, Jeff.
RoboCop.
RoboCop. I'm doing it backwards and you're doing it forwards.
Yeah, my hands don't go backwards.
Okay. She's in a new film, RoboCop.
RoboCop.
It's in theaters now. Take a look at this. Aimee Garcia, You look very, very. Are you going out somewhere special after this? You look really wonderful.
This is special. I dressed up for you, Craig.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I think. This movie looks good. I like RoboCop. I like the first one. Yeah, is it that way? I
Yeah.
can never remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
no, it looks really good. Is it good?
It's very good, yeah.
Is there a car chase in the movie?
Many.
Good. I
Yes.
thought there might be. It's a real shoot 'em up action. Yeah. Did you see the original?
I did.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's about a robot cop. He's a cop, and he kind of dies, and then they kind of bring him back to life, and he's a robot. It's awesome.
I know. I kind of like it.
Yes.
But this one's good too. You know, we have.
I know
cool
it's because it's about
technology.
a cop, and he sort of dies, but they get him, they turn him into a robot. Well, that's the
Robo-Man.
Well, as long as you've got
Would
these
you
elements.
Ever become Robo-Man? Like if you lost an arm, would you be like
Put,
a bionic arm?
RoboCop.
yeah, of course. I would take any measures I thought that would. What would you ever completely replace your body with cyborg equipment? That would be a terrible shame. No, that's
never
it.
know.
Did you, what? Well, what do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I have like X-rated vision. You know, that would be cool. You could like see.
I see. Now you say that, but now I don't know if I would want to have X-ray vision because you know, like if you see through people's clothes, you'd see them like there's a lot
That's
of women.
true.
You know.
It's always like nude beaches.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
always like.
You think it's going to be great, and then you're like, oh.
You're like, oh no.
Put it on. Put it on.
I know. It's always like grandma and grandpa out there.
Yes, yes.
And you're like,
People get to
no.
a certain age and they think my genitals are non-threatening. Now anyone
Yeah.
can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
But, you know.
I know. So I wouldn't want that. But what would you want then as a secret robot power?
Oh God. I think I would want the ability to just fly, so I would never have to be stuck in traffic.
Well, that's just go to the airport. Or
I don't like.
Kurt Russell.
Yes. Which, by the way, can I have some antibacterial?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. You tell me where he touched you and I'll squirt it.
No, really. Just before he was like, "Hi, I'm Kurt," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah. Is that strange conflict? Kurt Russell, germs. Kurt Russell, germs. Yeah, I know.
So
Do you get a flu shot?
I didn't, but I'm really germophobic.
Are you really? Mm-hmm. Well, you should probably just leave that out here then, because
Yeah.
I'm very dirty.
Yeah.
Not really, but I have young children, so you know, a lot of, you know,
Yeah.
they're.
Have you gotten over it? If they like throw up
Well-
on you, sneeze on you? You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that. Yeah, but I haven't gotten over it. I still love them very much indeed.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I'm over it, kids. Get out. Find yourself another house.
Yeah.
So you don't like flying, eh? Is that what you're saying?
I kind of have a fear of flying. Yeah, I always
should-
like to talk to the pilot.
That's what I had that, and then I talked to Kurt. I learned to fly. You should learn to fly.
Yeah, but like moderate turbulence.
Yeah.
No.
Moderate, not modern. Modern turbulence is something I don't even want to know about. Yeah.
No, I get so nervous, and I'll be like on a plane, and it's like super turbulent, and everyone's like reading their book, totally
Yeah.
calm, and I'm like, don't you guys feel like
Oh,
this craziness?
they're all, you know, freaking out, but they're like, I mustn't let anyone know I'm freaking out.
Maybe.
All appearances, I think.
So are you not scared at all now?
No, I can still access it. I think that anyone who thinks they've conquered a fear doesn't understand the nature of fear. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
It's like a lifelong.
It's a shapeshifter fear. It takes it goes one way and then it comes another way. You think it's there, it's round behind
that's
you.
so deep.
Yeah, well, I'm not a complete idiot. I just play one on TV, you know. No, I think that I can access anything that I used to be afraid of. I can be afraid of it again in a heartbeat. Are you
Yeah.
just? Is that flying? Is that the only thing afraid?
Yeah, just flying, and I think germs and sharks. Not a
I
fan
see.
of sharks.
Well,
I
there's
would love to
a
go
very
scuba
easy way to avoid sharks.
Yeah, but I love snorkeling.
Ah.
I want to get scuba certified.
I've been scuba certified, and I've swum with sharks. That'll that'll get you regular.
So what's like?
You know, like people say, oh, it was awesome. It was like communing with nature. I'm like, you are out of your mind. I'm glad I did it. I'm never doing it again.
Were you? How close was the shark?
Like this.
No.
Yeah.
It touched you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. Sorry, you want to...
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it touched you.
Wow. That is pretty scary.
Yeah, so, well, where did you grow up to be afraid of sharks? Were you...
Chicago.
Yeah, there's not a lot of sharks in Chicago, really.
But, you know, I was, because I'm half Mexican, like you asked me
Right.
last time. I was supposed to be in the Olympics this year, representing Mexico in the ski division.
Really?
Yes,
Is that true?
true.
Wow. No, wait, it's not true.
No,
Yeah.
I swear it's true. So in Mexico, it doesn't snow a lot.
Right.
So very few people know how to ski.
Right.
So my cousin called my mom and was like, does Aimee ski? And my mom was like, yes. And then I said, she said, do you think Aimee would want to represent Mexico in the Winter Olympics? Because I have dual citizenship, a Mexican citizen as well. And my mom was like, I think so. And then I started training for like 3 weeks to represent
Mexico.
my mom's country.
Yeah. Well, are you watching the Olympics?
I am.
Are you, of course, upset you're not there? But what's your favorite thing? Do you like the Stars on Ice, ballroom dancing on ice thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the biathlon.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one with the big Swedish girls and the tight stuff and the gun. Oh. Or like hot Swedish girl carrying a gun. I'm like, this is a terrible sport. I'll just watch it a little longer.
You and I, we have the same taste.
Really? Let's just sit with that for a minute. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of time.
No way.
Yeah, it's over. You're going to have to just keep making movies and keep coming back. Otherwise, I'll never see you.
Deal.
All right, we'll do it.
Aw.
All right.
And I love these, by the way.
Oh, really?
Gary Oldman has crazy socks, too.
They're tights.
Oh, of course.
You were going to follow up there, weren't you? A little bit. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
We had to add the kitten back in again, going, yeah, because we were getting letters from people that were worried the kitten had been eaten by a shark. I'm not kidding. Anyway, everyone in the South, we are thinking about you, so we're going to throw another log on the fire.